All right, so let's talk about policing in Newfoundland and Labrador. If you live there, who do you actually call when there's trouble? You might think the answer is simple, but it's actually, well, it's pretty interesting. The province has this really unique system that you just won't find anywhere else in the country.
So who is it? The Mounties? Or a local police force? Let's dive right in and figure this out. The thing is, the answer is both. Newfoundland and Labrador has this special dual system, and it all comes down to the province's huge size and its unique history. Basically, you've got two different police forces working together to keep everyone safe. Yep, that's right. You've got the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP, operating all over the province. But, and this is the key part, they're not doing it alone. They work hand in hand with the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, or the RNC for short. That's the province's very own police service. So how does this actually work? Well, think of it like a division of labor. They've essentially split the province based on geography and, the type of policing needed. The RCMP, being a national force, handles the huge rural areas and all those remote communities. On the other hand, the RNC zeroes in on the big urban centers. And that specialization, that's really the secret sauce to making it all work across such a massive and diverse province. Okay, let's zoom in on the Mounties first. How does a national police force like the RCMP even begin to tackle the challenges of policing Newfoundland and Labrador's wild, rugged countryside? Let's find out. You've got to remember, Newfoundland and Labrador is just huge. You've got this sprawling coastline, these remote outports, and a massive interior. It's a ton of ground to cover. And that's exactly where the RCMP comes in. They are absolutely essential for providing that police presence way outside of the main cities. And their job is, well, it's a lot. We're talking a massive range of duties. On any given day, an RCMP officer could be doing anything from enforcing traffic laws on the TCH to sitting down with community leaders in a small town. And on top of all that, they're also handling the big federal stuff. Things like border security and national security investigations. It's a huge portfolio. Okay, so that's the countryside covered. But what about the cities? Well, that brings us to the other half of this incredible partnership, the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary. And this is a force with some seriously deep roots in the province. The RNC's approach? It's all about focus. They are completely zeroed in on the province's major urban centers. And by doing that, they've been able to build up this incredible expertise in all the unique challenges that come with city policing. We're talking everything from managing downtown traffic to handling really complex criminal cases. So where will you actually see the RNC? You'll find them patrolling the streets in the province's biggest hubs. Think St. John's, the capital, all the way over to Brook on the west coast, and even up in Labrador City. They're the ones handling that essential day-to-day work that keeps these urban areas safe and sound. Things like criminal investigations, traffic enforcement, and running all sorts of community programs. All right, so they each have their own turf, right? But here's the thing, criminals don't exactly pay attention to jurisdictional lines. So how do these two forces make sure nothing falls through the cracks? The answer, and it's a big one, is collaboration. They have to work together. And you really see this partnership shine when the stakes are high. For example, when they're tackling major issues like organized crime or drug trafficking, they'll create joint task forces. That means they're pooling all their resources and all their expertise. Or think about a natural disaster. They're right there, coordinating their efforts to keep people safe. It just goes to show they're way stronger together than they are apart. But of course, things are always changing. The world moves fast, and so does Newfoundland and Labrador. So you have to ask, what's next? How is this unique policing model going to adapt to all the new challenges of the 21st century? Well, both the RCMP and the RNC are definitely looking ahead. They're bringing in more technology to help deal with that geographic isolation. They're also working harder than ever to build stronger relationships with local and Indigenous communities. And a huge focus for both is on diversity and inclusion, making sure the forces really reflect the people they're there to protect. It's all about moving towards more integrated, collaborative policing. So let's circle back to that first question we asked. Is the RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador? Absolutely yes. They are a crucial part of the picture. But the real story here, the main takeaway, is the partnership. This dual system isn't just some random compromise. It's a really smart solution that makes sure every single corner of the province gets the kind of specialized, effective policing it needs. This unique partnership has worked for the province for a long, long time. But with technology and society changing faster than ever, it leaves us with a pretty big question for the future, right? How will this partnership need to adapt and evolve to protect the communities of tomorrow? It's definitely something to think about.